Can you believe that already next year is Mario's 40th anniversary? It feels like we just were celebrating the 35th during the COVID year of 2020, and it was one of the only things to keep us excited and hyped, that and Animal Crossing for that year. But it was really cool to see the little presentation and direct centered around Mario's 35th anniversary, where it gave us tons of surprises, some classic games coming back, Mario 35, a cool online battle royale, 3D Mario All-Stars giving us 3 classic 3D Mario games, and completely missing one. But you'd also get the announcement of Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, a brand new game mode taking Mario in a brand new direction, actually putting him in a small free-roaming open world, allowing Mario to pretty much go to any island at his own leisure and collect cat shines until his heart is content. It was definitely an awesome time to be a Mario fan, but can you believe it's already been 5 years since then? It feels like a flash of time, and here we are approaching Mario's 40th anniversary in the year of 2025. In just 2 months, we are in the big 40 for Mario, which, if you ask me, is even bigger, if not way bigger. The question is, what in the world is Nintendo going to do for the 40th anniversary? Well, when you look back at it, the last couple of years felt like Mario's anniversary celebration already. It's just been Mario non-stop. We've been getting classic games like Mario vs. Donkey Kong returning, and even RPGs of every sort and size making a return. 2 Mario Rabbit games on the Switch, Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door coming back, Mario and Luigi being revived, and not to mention Mario RPG getting a full-blown remake? I mean, seriously, how in the world is this not the anniversary already? And that's not even all of it. We just got a brand new Mario Party with Mario Party Jamboree, and I know a lot of people out there are probably starting to feel a little bit of a Mario fatigue and looking forward to some other IPs getting their chance to shine. But even with that said, and with all of those Mario games we've received, we are still due, which is crazy to even think about, because we are 100% due for the big boys, the big mainline Mario games that we've been waiting for. So before I dive into what I believe the 40th anniversary could have in store for us, please stop what you're doing, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. A lot of you guys watching right now are not yet subscribed. Let's see how many people we can get from this one video, let's make some new goals, and let's see if we can get at least over 60 brand new subscribers from this one video. But thank you so much for tuning in, and let's dive into what 2025 could have in store for the Red Plumber and his brother. But also, before we get started, since we're going to be on the topic of Mario and of course 3D Mario, I had to talk about a new game that had come out that's actually very much like 3D Mario. In fact, it plays very similar to Mario 3D World. Ocelot Studios was very kind to send me a review copy of the Smurfs Dreams, and I've actually legit been having a blast with this game. It's a linear 3D Smurf adventure game with tons of collectibles in each level, and you can play the entire game co-op. It's like 3D World bumped up times 11. There's wacky worlds, and with an amazing soundtrack and with engaging boss battles, if you loved any 3D Mario game in the past, you will definitely love Smurfs Dreams. After this long wait for 3D Mario, this is definitely the game I needed at the right time. Make sure you check out the Smurfs Dreams on Nintendo Switch and on other platforms. So let's get the obvious things out the way first. Of course, the 2 big ones we've been waiting for so long. 3D Mario and Mario Kart. Now, of course, all the rumors are suggesting that these are going to be the Switch 2's powerhouse releases to start the console. And what better time frame to release them both than the first year of Switch 2? And the fact that the times match up so perfectly, there's probably never going to be another time where it matches up this well. It's been over 10 years since Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and over 7 years since Super Mario Odyssey. I guess it's safe to say that we are 100% due for both of these games, but let's start off with 3D Mario. 7 years since Super Mario Odyssey is a very long time, and the fact that we never got any updates or DLC to Super Mario Odyssey from 2017 is pretty wild. Apparently, this 40th celebration started in October of 2023 when Mario Wonder came out, and it's ending in September of 2025, which is when the original Mario Brothers released. So I would assume that this game would probably come out around September of next year, maybe the big holiday game, which would make a lot of sense. I know I really want it to be the launch title, but I feel like it could be either 3D Mario or Mario Kart. Any of them would work great as a launch title, and the other one just as the holiday game. So you can interchange them any way you want, but a 3D Mario is so important right now. It's something that would really drive home the next huge game that we really haven't had in a very long time. I really think this game is going to be the Breath of the Wild of the console. A lot of the rumors suggesting it's going to go fully open world and be something that we've never seen from the company, and I completely agree. I mean, when you look at how long it's been, it just makes sense, because a lot of people just simply wanted a sequel to Super Mario Odyssey. It was so good, and just having more captures and more worlds and kingdoms to explore would have been fine. And it's clear that Nintendo loves to innovate, and they love to make new things with their IPs instead of just doing the next thing. So I really do believe that this next 3D Mario game is going to be even more massive than you can possibly even put your mind on. It's going to be insane, and I can't wait for it. I think a 3D open world Mario game could work great with tons of little platforming challenges scattered all around. And obviously, if you look at Bowser's Fury, it worked really well. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that genuinely think that that game is the best game in the series, a literal 2-hour campaign addition to Mario 3D World. So they just make a full-fledged game around that concept, which I believe they're doing so because it will be around 5 years since that initially started. What better way to celebrate the big 40th anniversary than have the biggest 3D Mario of all time release? And it's the perfect timing, and it's a perfect way to start the life cycle of Switch 2. And the great part is, there's going to be a lot of excitement around this game, probably for the course of the entire year until it releases. Remember how big Mario Odyssey was, and like we were all so excited, and Nintendo was having campaigns of going around the world with like the costume Mario where he would visit different cities and stuff. That's kind of what I'm expecting, but on like an even bigger scale with this game. I think this is going to be so huge, and it's just going to generate so much hype, and I just can't wait for Nintendo to actually show the console off, because I do expect it to be in that initial Switch 2 reveal trailer, probably around 100%. But man, let me be honest, Mario Kart is going to be literally consuming the world. If it's anything like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, it's just going to blow up to be this phenomenon that everyone's going to want to switch to play Mario Kart. And I'm sure the team has really been cooking up something huge. It was very strange that they came out so many years later and just said, hey, finally, after all this time, here's some DLC of past tracks coming to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And I remember people complaining that there was no effort put into them and stuff, and it really just felt like a way for Nintendo to spread out Mario Kart 8 even more and make it even sell more copies. But I also feel like it was a way for them to get the real team to really dig in and have time to produce Mario Kart 9 or whatever the next one's going to be. The rumors saying X or Crossroads, but whatever. I think it is going to be massive. The graphics are going to be cranked up even higher than the original Mario Kart 8. It's going to look amazing. It's going to run amazing. I'm sure it's going to have tons of characters and awesome track design. There's not a lot that I'm even wishing it has. I just personally hope it has some type of good single player, maybe like a mission mode or campaign mode similar to Mario Kart DS. Something to actually increase the amount of modes that you can play and things to do in the game besides just playing with people locally and going online. But besides that, I'm fine with whatever they come up with. Whatever gimmick they want to do is fine, but I really do believe that this is a next year game. I really do believe both of these games are Switch 2 year one titles, and whether it's the beginning of the year or end of the year, I guess it also depends on when the Switch 2 is coming out, because if the Switch 2 isn't releasing until like the end of summer or like holiday the earliest, then there's a very good chance that maybe we only get one of these games, and obviously that would only make sense. They're not going to have like back-to-back month after month releases like this, so we're just going to have to wait and see. Hopefully the Switch 2 is coming out at least late spring, early summer, so that way we can actually have both of these in that same calendar year. Obviously, that's more than enough. I mean, I think everybody in the world will be satisfied with Mario at this point. But what if Nintendo wants to take it a step further and still have some more Mario goodness, which they probably will, knowing Nintendo. One thing it's been a while since is the last Mario Sports title. Now, maybe that's something to actually have a smaller kind of intermission game in one of the months as we wait, and it's something that I think could very well happen. The last Mario Sports game we got is Mario Strikers Battle League, and by next summer, it will be 3 years since that game came out, which is a long time, and we're definitely due for a sports game, so hopefully they choose a new sport, or at least something we haven't seen in a while, like Mario Basketball. Where in the world is Mario Baseball? Maybe something entirely new, like Mario American Football would be so cool, but something that's just kind of different, hopefully taking the sports games into a new, better direction than what the Switch era did, because we all know how those went, and we all know how underwhelming Battle League was. So hopefully this new game is something, you know, that's fleshed out completely, something that's full of content, full of things to do online, and something that really shows the power of Switch 2 and just full, complete effort into this game. Like, treat this game like it's a 3D Mario game. Really just go in and make it one of the best sports games that we've ever gotten. Yes, I may have joked about this earlier, but I'm entirely serious when I say I really want Mario Galaxy 2 to appear on Switch 2 in some capacity. It's just crazy that we have almost Mario everything, and they're missing one of the biggest 3D Mario games of all time. Honestly, a lot of people, even myself included, think that there are elements of Galaxy 2 that are just better than Mario Galaxy 1, because it is just Mario Galaxy 1, but more. And I think it's just crazy that Nintendo decided to just forget about this game's existence like altogether. Unless there's some reason why, like maybe they're like completely remaking it for some reason and adding more things to it, or maybe there's some other plans that they had with it and they just didn't want to drop it on an initial kind of 3D All-Stars that we had. So why? Why is it taking so long? What's going on with this game? It's hard to say. But even if it gets the same exact treatment that Mario Galaxy got in 3D All-Stars, I'll be completely fine with it. But man, after Nintendo bringing back all the RPGs and even some classic ones with the Thousand Year Door and even Mario RPG itself, it really is just so strange to me that it's missing this gem. And it really is a gem, and a lot of people probably haven't even gotten to play it yet. I feel like Mario Galaxy 2 is also one of the most forgotten 3D Mario games. I feel like no one really puts it in discussions for things when it's really, really good. It's just Mario Galaxy and again, but I feel like the marketing just wasn't as powerful or as strong, and a lot of people just don't seem to remember it the way I do. I really love this game, and I thought the music was just as good as the first game, and I think the modern audience needs a shot at trying this game out because it really is just that good. We also can't forget about things that aren't games. Yes, the Mario Brothers movie 2 is apparently slated for April 3rd of 2026 if nothing changes. So there's a very good chance that most of the year, or at least a good chunk at the end of the year, is going to be dedicated to the Super Mario Brothers movie 2. Showing off, obviously, maybe that first reveal trailer, some characters, the worlds, kind of a little bit of a story of what's going to be happening, and I feel like that's kind of a given. It may even be in a regular Nintendo Direct, and then eventually getting its own Direct, kind of the same formula that it followed the first time, which obviously led to a massive success. So Nintendo's going to want to replicate that. But man, I can't wait to finally get a first glimpse of this second movie. After it being such a fun ride the first time, it's just going to start another fun one the second time. But Nintendo has already given us so many things to be excited for as a Mario fan. I mean, the rejuvenation of Mario and Luigi and the throwback of the Thousand Year Door and Mario RPG and tons of other Mario spin-offs with Mario Party and all kinds of things. It's just been Mario goodness around every turn. And I am so thankful for everything. But it is time for mainline Mario. It's time for 3D Mario to make a resurgence. It's time for Mario Kart to come back into the spotlight. And I do believe that next year is finally the year after waiting year after year after year. It only makes sense, and genuinely speaking, if still next year doesn't have any of these, I don't know what to say anymore. It definitely has to be the time, but you let me know in the comments down below what you think. Do you think we'll be getting a brand new 3D Mario next year, plus a brand new Mario Kart game? Does it sound too obvious to the point where you think it might not happen? Let me know what you think down below, but of course we gotta wait for Nintendo to reveal the thing. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe before you head out, and like always, I'll see you all on the next one. See ya, guys.